The first thing I do want to get into is Bo Nickal versus Khamzat Chimaev. Now, a lot of people have been talking about how Bo's not ready for a Khamzat, and I'm not necessarily saying that. Go throw Bo in there right now against Khamzat and let's go and see how he does. Dude's 7 fights into his career. Now, if we're going back to when Khamzat was 7 fights into his career, let's actually do that, okay? He had just gotten into the UFC and made his debut in his 7th fight in his career. His 5th fight, I'll give you, Ikram Aliskerov or whatever. That dude's in the UFC today, which is actually a good win out of Brave FC. But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, that Bo Nickal is 7 fights into his career, and that's when Khamzat Chimaev just got into the UFC, just made his debut. Let's not act like that's not reality. Bo in wrestling, in my opinion, Bo has better credentials when it comes to wrestling. 3-time national NCAA champion in a row. Khamzat Chimaev, 7 fights in. That's literally his UFC debut. And we're talking about Bo Nickal, who had just beat a dude who had faced Magomed Ankalaev and a former champion in Jamal Hill. And why are we even putting them in the same stratosphere, in the same conversation? Bo Nickal is absolutely correct. If you even go look at a Khabib's record, a Demetrius Johnson's record, a John Jones record, any of the greatest of all time, at 7 fights into your MMA career, they're not doing it like him. They're not facing guys. They're not putting a test like he is against a Paul Craig. Now, I also love this about Bo Nickal. The thing that I love about him is the fact that he's not going to cater to the MSG New York fans that are going to boo him. And he's not necessarily going to allow someone to take him out of his game plan and his fight IQ. He's always thinking of what is the greatest thing that I can do to limit my opponent's offense and to give myself the best chance to win. Now, he did exactly that. Why would I put my opponent in a position for their best offensive weapon? I don't necessarily think that it was, I'm afraid I can't necessarily do any BJJ against Paul Craig, I'm shit out of luck. I don't think that was the case. Go look at him and Gordon Ryan when they were rolling before he got caught. The fact is that Bo Nickal is smart enough to not put himself in danger. Why put yourself in harm's way in a gamble, a game of rolling the dice? Now, rolling the dice, you want the best odds. That's why you train. That's why you prepare. That's why you put in the work. That's what Bo Nickal does. But fight IQ is very important. Why would I put myself in a position where my opponent has the best position to win? When you know Paul Craig's best weapon is to throw up a triangle to try to catch a submission, why would I take him down? So in my point of view, Bo Nickal really showed out because he did exactly what people thought he could not do, which was strike for 3 rounds and go 15 minutes without having to take someone down. Now, the flip side of that is, why didn't you take him down and just, lean on what he's so great at and just go ahead and submit him? Well, you also need to challenge yourself and grow. It's not about the quickest MMA time. It's not the quickest round time. It's about growing, developing, and gaining that experience. So then when you do get to the top guys, Khamzat Chimaev, then you have a real opportunity to actually get it done instead of being force-fed these top dudes based on hype and not your experience in the octagon or in the gym. Full credit for Bo Nickal. Totally love and respect it. Totally love and respect what you're doing. And I love the subtle joke of, they weren't booing for me. When do you ever get the opportunity for a whole arena like Madison Square Garden to chant your name? Bo! I thought that was really funny. I don't think a lot of people caught that there. Regardless, love to see what he's going to be doing in the future. And if you didn't see my tendency thoughts on him, go ahead and check out that clip. American Wrestlers, dog. Y'all dip. Could get caught with that head kick. I'm not lying.